everyone. But today we're actually not going to dive right into the coding. What we're going to do, we're going to dive into the GitHub page. You might be wondering, what? I couldn't have made GitHub GitHub page for all of you. And that's right, I didn't. So I made Yeet++ a real thing before I wanted to do this. I'm a master planner. But anyways, this is it. Yeah, this is going to be our finished project. We're going to have a Lexer, parse start, identify, indental, tokenizer, and all. You don't really have to write this down. All of this is written by me a good bit ago. 2 days? Wait, 2 days ago? Dang. Well, yeah. It's a really good thing if you ever get stuck. Oh my god, I don't care. Stop, GitHub! No! Well, we're gonna have to jump into coding a little sooner than I expected. I'll see ya there. Okay, so here we have a problem. We have to turn this number. Well, we have to check if this number is a digit. And you might be wondering why we're not just gonna use normal is digit. So here's the problem. If we don't use normal is digit, not normal digit. So like is digit. Is digit. I think that should work. We run it here. You'll see it actually prints false, even though that's true. So we're going to have to make our own is digit, and that's going to be better is digit. So we're going to hop on. Now I already know how I want to do this. I can think before I do stuff. It's a really good human ability. So let's go on to it. So better is digit num define better is digit num. Make sure num's a string. Num equal num string. String. Then we put a string in it, and we try. Oh wait, I have float num. Now if there's an error, it'll return it before we do. Return true. Wait, accept value error. Return false. So here's better is digit. So now let's say I run this, it's gonna return true. But let's say I do banana 6 7 or something like that. Banana 6 7 won't actually work. So it's a really good tool, I guess. And yeah. So the roadmap for this video, because we just finished better is digit. It's going to okay, rubbish on my face. It's going to be better is digit bid, whatever it is. Better is digit. And so we already did that. So now the only other things for us to do now is let me think. The only other thing we have to do is better is digit, and no, we already did that. Is read from file, and after that ident. In the next video we'll do idental. So yeah, let's hop on it. So see you next clip, I guess. Okay, now we're gonna read from a file, but we're gonna have to figure out what file. So you gotta do import SYS system, and then now that gives us SYS RGV. So F equals open sys.rgv 1. After we do that, let's make this a function actually. File name. Return F. Now we do that simple thing. Pretty simple. If you can't do that, you're cooked. How did you get to this video? Now we got read file. So let's read file sys.rgv1. After you read that file, we want to pass its info into tokenize. So now let's say I do .txt. Wait. F equals f dot read. Okay, now that should work. See that it's splitting them properly. Now what we're gonna have to do, we're going to have to do ident, which is going to be single. We're not gonna do ident all yet. It's gonna be single ident for now. So see you next clip. Okay, this part we're gonna make ident. Should be much easier. But first we gotta do a few things. First we have to make this list called keywords. Keywords. And we're gonna put something in. I'm gonna put print. We don't need anything other than print for now. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a function called ident. And now we don't want to put it all past tokenizer because it'll only take one thing. So our code, and then code equals string. So that good. So if equals -1 or opcode and I can do a -11. That we're gonna return. We're gonna return a tuple of string, and we're gonna have f string, and then opcode. If we're just gonna check for bad strings here, not which actual logic going on. It's just the same thing as before, so I'm just gonna copy it. Now that will check if it's a bad string, and we can return. Well, we actually don't want that. We want to print bad string. I'll print bad string. We'll make it an F string first of all. I'm gonna put the opcode. And we want to exit with a 1. That means something bad happened. Now let's check if it's keyword. So if elif opcode in keywords, if it is return keyword, then an F string of opcode. And then another elif for identify numbers. Elif better is digit num opcode. It checks if that returns true, and if it does return true, return number F code. So this returns if it's a number. I know, insane easy. And if everything else goes to waste, we return identifier. And also, I forgot something. Elif opcode -1 equals L if that because this will have syntactically similar language to, yeah, we're going to return label. And then we're just going to put its name here. Really funny because every name is going to have this at the end. So let's wait. How to strip the last character off of a string in Python. Strip. I'll just use strip. That to the strip. And we're just gonna remove that trailing thing. So now we're gonna beam some test stuff into it. So we're gonna see what it returns. So print identify hello, hey cute Hazel. Now it's gonna, and it works perfectly. Now even if we have another, you see, we can actually have them in there. Now let's do a string. Hello world. Well, it doesn't actually matter what we put here now, but also this might be seemed a bit random to put in, but we're gonna put file. So I'm just gonna do mylang. What the? Mylang or ml. Let's do ml. Test.testml. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna beam some practice things into it for. Then we're gonna do backslash this, which is basically just allowing us to put these characters into a string, a string with those characters, still same characters, and then we're just gonna do banana. So now let's say I do that. Of course, I do a number. Well, let's see if it can detect bad strings, like we made it to. Bad string banana. And then let's make it like. Now you can also detect them in all types. After that, let's see if it detects numbers properly. And we're just gonna do a negative too, just to see. And it does. Oh wait, I misspelled clear. Of course, it should do identifier if it doesn't recognize it. And now we can do keyword print. I can detect that it's a keyword. And finally, identifier. So if it says, let's try that, and it can detect that. That is episode 2 done. To next video, not tomorrow actually, we're going to finish the parser, and we're going to start the lexer with identifying the label string things. So yeah. I guess like and subscribe, give me money, you know, that way. Well, I guess I'll see you next vid. Happy coding!